Hello, boyos. Welcome to Spoilercast for the much anticipated Spider-Man Far From Home movie. We are one fucking week away from Spider-Man No Way Home. Jake is hyped. Look at him. Hello, Jake. How are you doing?
I'm good, Nick. How are you doing?
He looks hyped. That's a great intro for us. All right. Yes, we are talking about Spider-Man Far From Home. This is the one where they're in pretty much just all over Europe.
They're in Europe. Yeah.
It's got Mysterio. It's got Elementals. It's got Night Monkey in it.
Nick Fury.
This is filled who may not be Nick Fury in this movie. Who's to say? It could be a Kroll, whatever those things are called. Scroll, that's what they're called. Who knows? There's some shit in this movie. This movie's fun. It's cool. It's good. How did you like it?
Oh, this movie's fucking ass, dude. I hate this movie. It's the worst of all of them. I'm just kidding. I like this movie. I think it's pretty good.
Wow. I like this movie too.
I think it's fun. I do feel like it's. You mentioned this to me actually, and the more I thought about it, the more I'm with you. It feels a little unearned. This movie, this whole movie, feels a little unearned.
Yep.
Because this whole movie is like, oh, Peter's got to figure out how to be Spider-Man, but not in New York. But it's like we've never seen Spider-Man be Spider-Man in New York.
We haven't seen Spider-Man be Spider-Man ever.
Yeah,
we haven't even seen. He's been neighborhood Spider-Man for a scene.
Yeah.
That's it.
And granted, there's probably some stuff that happened between the last time we saw him and this time or whatever. But because obviously he knows how to swing now. We get the one scene at the end of the movie where he's swinging around the city with MJ or whatever.
MJ.
But yeah, it feels unearned, especially like the ending when it's like, hey, it's actually Peter Parker. And it's like,
who cares at this point? Like he's a nobody,
Yeah, and it's like he hasn't really been Spider-Man that long. Did people even know who Spider-Man is?
Yeah.
Like that was my biggest.
Watching this movie, it kind of has me scared for the next movie because it's like when the trailer came out, I'm like, oh shit, it's all of Spider-Man's villains. However, it's all of the old Spider-Man's villains. So it's like this Spider-Man hasn't earned any of the villainous people that are trying to attack him. No, fuck you. I've got to finish my point.
I know.
This Spider-Man hasn't earned any of the Sinister Six's attention, right? Which is why I think they're bringing the old Spider-Man villains back and confusing those guys. Be like, you're Spider-Man, you fucked me up. And he's like, I haven't done anything. I'm just Peter Parker. I'm just a regular kid who doesn't really Spider-Man yet. And yeah, it's unearned, but it has me very nervous for the next movie because it's like it could still feel very unearned. It could feel like.
Well, I think there is still one member of the Sinister Six that we don't know who it is, right? Because we've got Electro, we got the Sandy Boy,
right?
We've got the Lizard, we got the Gobs. We've got someone else. Who else is there? Oh, Doc Ock, right? We don't know who the sixth person is.
Oh crap! I keep typing on the wrong fucking keyboard.
To me, I think the sixth person is obvious. It's gonna be the fucking Vulture. It's gonna be Michael Keaton.
You think it'll be Mike? Well,
I absolutely.
Or it could be Scorpion because they fucking.
They kind of set that up, yeah. But I think it's gonna be Vulture. Or Yeah, totally.
You think it'll be Vulture, but I don't. There are so many villains that they have set up that is like. It could be anybody. They set up Shocker. Shocker's in the universe. Vulture's in the universe. Venom is in the universe. It could be Venom. It could be. Well, we already have Lizard. Fisk isn't really Sinister Six, but he could be a villain in this movie as well. because we know we're getting Courtney Cox. I keep wanting. We know we're getting fucking Monica from Friends in this movie.
Courtney Cox, yeah.
Courtney Cox.
The whole crew's there. Ross is there. Chandler.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what your point was. What was your point?
My point was, I think it's Vulture. That's all.
You think it's Vulture? I think that's okay. I think anybody I think it's fine. Well, you think Vulture would join the Sinister Six at this point? He seems pretty like, you got me, kid. Like, he seems pretty like, I don't care right now. I don't care about you. I just want to get back to my family.
I think the fact that we saw him in the trailer for what's that movie with Jared Leto? Fuck.
Oh, Morbius?
Yeah, we saw him in the trailer for that. It's just like, well, he's still doing things. I don't think he likes Spider-Man, but he respects him enough not to like expose who he is. Right,
yeah. You know? Yeah, he might work back under the table. Like, he might be kind of like the tombstone of this universe, where he's just kind of like, I don't want the attention of Spider-Man, and I'm not going to go out and try to get his attention. I'm just going to work on my own shit, and if Spider-Man just fucking shows up, then I got to deal with that.
I also like it. I like in the trailers that like Doctor Strange is like, Spider-Man kills all of them in his world, and then with Sandman is like, no, he doesn't. Fucking die.
That's true.
Go. I just fucking leave. The lizard is like, I'm still alive. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Anyway, we should talk about this movie.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk about Far From Home. Jesus, that was a tangent. Holy shit. So yeah, they're not in New York in this one, and there's no web swinging in this one.
Very little. Yeah,
although I feel like this movie is more Spider-Man than the first one, than Homecoming, because you know, we got Mysterio, we get that really sweet scene where he's being like, his mind's being fucked with, he's fucking with his eyes and shit, and he's like hallucinating all this stuff visually, and then he gets hit by a bus, or a train rather. That part is my favorite part of pretty much any Spider-Man, I think. It's like this, they got this right. They got Mysterio down. I absolutely love that part.
Yeah, I think they did Mysterio right in this movie. And I think, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal has a lot to do with that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because they do such a good job of making Jake Gyllenhaal likable.
Yeah.
Like, from the beginning, that, like, even us, like, we knew going in, we're like, Mysterio's a bad guy. We're watching it, and we're like, fuck, I hope he's not a bad guy, dude. He's so cool. Like,
he's so cool, yeah.
He's like, you know, he's like the cool uncle that fucking Pete needs, you know? And, like, maybe he could get with Aunt May, you know? That'd be cool.
No, dude, Happy deserves to be with Aunt May. Come on.
I don't know. The end of the movie, Aunt May was sort of like, I don't know. I think we might just be like a hit it, quit it sort of deal.
Nice. Still good for Happy though. Like, come on.
He got it in there. But yeah, I just, I thought he was really good. And that twist, I will say, I like the twist. And when he walks out, he's like, get this stupid suit off of me. What I don't like is that he's like, and John over there did that, and you did. It felt like a Scooby-Doo villain.
It really did.
You did that, and you did that, and I did this, and it was like, it was funny for a second, but then he kept doing it. I'm like, this is kind of cheesy. This is kind of bad.
Well, it was really cool with two of the characters where they actually like reference people in the movies, in like prior movies, like the guy who gets yelled at by Obadiah, yeah, and he's just like,
did this in a cave.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then he mentions like two other people who he's like, and you made the cape, and you did this other thing, and it's like,
it was funny how that came back though at the end, where he's like, I need that cape ironed because I might be shaking the hands of the queen.
Hands with the queen, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. I also just thought this movie was really funny. I thought there was just like a lot of like really funny moments, you know?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this movie. Even when he's like Peter Parker and he's got like the drone to kill, you know, somebody, to kill Brad. And then that whole part's really funny. And it's like, don't think
It's a little over the top, but
it's also like everybody fucking knows you're Spider-Man. Like, this is the most obvious Spider-Man ever.
I love that part where Betty's like, "You don't think we haven't noticed, Peter? Your new look.
Your new look.
Love it.
I love it. Yeah, and he's got his hair's all fucked up and stuff.
I love that.
This movie has and then, like the fucking laughs.
The whole thing with Brad just felt a little like, did we need Brad in this movie? No, did we need Brad? No. Did we need the scene where he's changing and like it looks like he's about to get sucked off by some woman? Like it was just like a little weird. That whole thing was like it's a little unnecessary, I think. I get it. Because we gotta have the tension there.
Because high school. That's what it is.
And we
it's
had
like
to have
high
the
school jealousy
of the will they won't they for Peter and MJ, even though the whole movie we're like, of course.
Yeah.
I really like MJ in this movie. I think she's really great. I think she's really funny.
She's much better in this one.
I think she's kind of the same in this one. She's just in it more.
Yeah, that's probably the reason is she has more lines and they interact with each other rather than that couple of lines with the teacher, which I have to say that fucking teacher is fantastic. He kills it. They both kill it.
Martin Starr
and JB Smoove fucking kill it.
Do you think that was supposed to be Hannibal Buress?
I don't know.
JB Smoove?
No, because Hannibal Buress, this was like a history class or something like that. It was like a history class thing, and Hannibal Buress was the PE teacher.
I mean,
why would he be going?
They never really explain who JB Smoove is, though. He's just like a chaperone.
He's another teacher who likes witchcraft.
It felt like we brought the PE teacher to help out. Like. Yeah, it feels like it was probably supposed to be Hannibal Buress, but Hannibal Buress was like, I don't wanna. Or something,
Yeah.
But I love JB Smoove in it. I love Martin Starr. That scene where he's like, did you know my wife pretended to be blind?
Oh, yeah. When they're on the plane. Yeah. Oh, man. And he's just like, we had a funeral and everything. Oh, so the dark humor is just
I would put it like this, Nick. The first movie, Homecoming, was like a, Breakfast Club sort of thing, a Ferris Bueller of sorts. This one feels more like a National Lampoon movie, National Lampoon Christmas Vacation or whatever, or something like that, or like Van Wilder or whatever. This one seems a little bit more silly and goofy and less melodrama than the first one.
For sure.
Not that there was a ton in the first one, but there's none in this one. There is no melodrama in this movie at all.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, I guess other than the fact that no, there's no melodrama. There's real shit that happens.
Tony Stark is dead.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of when he has to call Happy.
Yeah,
and it's fuck, dude, that's scary as shit. But that's not really melodrama.
Yeah, that was just
which I fucking love that part where he's in Holland, in the jail in Holland, and they're like, oh, we got you a shirt, you seemed cold, and he's like, everybody's so fucking.
Nick? What's his name, Nick? What's the actor's name, Nick?
I don't know.
Spider-Man. What's his name?
Tom Holland.
Where was he?
He was in Holland.
Tom Holland in Holland, dude.
Okay. Is that, did they do that on purpose? I don't think so.
I don't know. It was
just really, that scene was really funny where he's like, man, everybody's so nice. He's like, can I borrow your phone? He's like, oh yeah, here. He's like, what? That would never happen in New York.
He just lands in the, do you remember?
In the tulip field.
Tell me something that only you would know. Well, I remember when you bought that movie and I knew from the price that it was an adult movie.
Yeah.
It's funny.
That was funny.
But here's the unfortunate thing, I think, from this movie. This feels like it should have been the next movie, because I feel like this movie should have been he's figuring out New York. He's figuring out how to live in New York, how to be Spider-Man without Tony Stark. And and also he's dealing with the fact that his aunt now knows he's Spider-Man. Which they don't, it's just like, she's cool with it.
They gloss over it.
And I saw Marissa Tomei in an interview where she's like, Aunt May did not follow the trajectory that I was told that she was going to.
Mm-hmm.
So like something else was supposed to happen with Aunt May, and then they're like, we're doing something else.
I feel like there should have been a darker movie in between these two. Just like like you were saying, the death of Tony Stark.
He's figuring it out. Yeah,
Aunt May, his girlfriend moved away. He's just dealing with something. It could have been like a Scorpion movie,
Yeah, and then, and throughout this movie you see MJ like sort of being his friend, but they don't end up together at the end. Because then you could save that for this movie.
Right.
This could be the next movie.
Yeah, you could have that little awkward stage of where they're like, do you like me? Do you not like me? And it never gets answered. Yeah.
It just felt like this movie wasn't earned. Because even the MJ stuff, it's just like at the beginning of the movie, he's like, I'm going for MJ.
I like MJ now. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You do? Like, what the fuck you talking about? I didn't know you like MJ. Yeah. That was so weird.
Yeah, that one threw me off. That was like the opening scene. After everybody's blipped and everything, and they're back at school. He's like, so this is my plan for how I'm going to ask MJ to be my girlfriend. And I'm like, whoa, hold on, what?
Yeah, wait, what now?
What? How? This? What?
Yeah, I get it. They're doing it for the sake of time, and they wanted to do this like road trip thing.
Well, I'm glad that they did it.
I get it because they're like, we've had 6 now, other Spider-Man movies in New York. Like, we want to do something different. So, like, I get it. But 5 of those 6 movies were not this Spider-Man's movie, So, like, I understand it's like, you don't have to tell us the Uncle Ben story again. But, like, in the last movie, you made it very clear to us this man has never like swung around. He's never really gone outside of Queens, Yep. And then in this movie, it's like they almost forgot that. It's like, oh yeah, he's like swinging all over the place. He's swinging all over the bridge and shit, and like, it's just the power scaling there is a little wonky.
Well, and this movie has a very big problem, as in, like, if you don't see Endgame, if you haven't seen Endgame, if you don't watch Endgame before you watch this movie, you're going to be lost for most of the movie.
Yeah, this movie felt more like an epilogue to Endgame than it did to a sequel to Homecoming.
Absolutely. Like, you can't watch... We watched it. We watched Homecoming and then on this movie, Far From Home, and it's just like, oh, these don't sit together well. There's a big fuck you in the middle of them. That's just like, you need to see something else. Actually, you need to see 2 other things before you can watch. Yeah, before you can watch this. And it's like, oh, and I don't know if I like that, But I guess that's kind of how the MCU is doing it anyway, because I'm sure if we watched Thor 2 bumped up against Thor Ragnarok, it wouldn't make any fucking sense either.
No, I think it does. I actually think it does. I think the reason they do that with Spider-Man in particular is, for one, Spider-Man's not their property. So they're like, let's just use it as a vehicle to get people to see more MCU movies, get people more engaged with the MCU movies. Because I actually do think Thor Ragnarok is very connected to Thor 2. But like, I think it makes sense that they do that. It just does feel weird watching these movies back to back like that.
Yeah, and I think it has a lot to do with the property, because if they owned the property, maybe it would be different. But I'm pretty sure that they were like, that Sony's like, you can have him for 2 movies. And they're like, okay, shit, we got to get what we want to get out of it in those 2 movies.
And 2 cameos, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So now that it's extended and Marvel and Sony are cool with like exchanging Spider-Man and Venom, then they're like, well, Venom's Fox, isn't it? No, that's also Marvel. That's also Sony?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that they're cool with exchanging those properties, then I think it'll be better as it goes along. but this movie just feels very disconnected from the first one as far as compared to the other ones. The other ones are standalone things that are just like, yeah, you can watch them all together and it'll make sense. This one's like, you got to watch this, then 2 other things that have nothing to do with Spider-Man, and then you can watch this other thing. Yeah. Anything else before we get into trivia?
Yeah, I like the whole Edith thing where it's like, you know, the Tony Stark glasses, and I think that's fun. Where it's like, even dead, I'm the hero. Like, that's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But also, it's kind of funny that they're just like, fuck Karen, forget about Karen. Karen doesn't exist anymore.
Which, in the suit, in the spider suit, yeah.
Like, Karen doesn't exist anymore.
Which I thought was weird because in the movie, I think I vocally said, like, what happened to the assistant in his suit? Like, didn't he was in the iron.
She got fired for sexual harassment claims when she told him to fucking kiss that girl on the elevator. Kiss her, Peter.
I guess. Like, jeez.
Yeah. I also feel like they maybe did that as like, it's easier for him to give up Edith because he doesn't have any connection to Edith, so he can just be like, here's Edith.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Where it's like, if it was Karen, it's like he has a connection to Karen from the first movie, so it would be a little weird if he's like, here's Karen.
Here's my spider suit.
Yeah, it would feel weird. And it also probably would feel weird to have 2, you know, artificial intelligent voices.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. That's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah. But like I said, I really fucking like Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's fucking great in this movie.
Fantastic. So likable. He's so likable. Even at the end, he's such a likable character.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Well, you're like, you piece of shit, but also
he's so likable that like I fucking hate him so much, you know? It's like, you asshole, dude. You hurt my boy. You hurt my boy.
But we knew it was gonna happen. It was one of those things.
You took me along with him, you know. You hurt me, dude. I also like the supporting cast too. You know, like I like Betty and Ned. Like, I think they're fucking hilarious. Like, their relationship is so fucking funny. And I think they're both really great, and I'm like excited to see them again in the next movie. I like Flash Thompson in this movie. I like that he's also kind of a nerd, you know, like he's a nerd as well, but he can pick on Peter.
I feel like he's going to be a big part in the future, because there's a scene where he's like getting picked up at the airport and he's like, mother's not here. And like his driver's like, no. And I'm like, oh, we're going to get into that. We're definitely getting into that in a later movie.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I like all the supporting cast. I really like Zendaya as well. I think she's great. I think like her sarcastic take on MJ is just, it's cool. Like, she has the most like personality, I guess, out of all of like Peter's love interests. I mean Gwen, but like she's like, oh, you came to tell me you're fucking Spider-Man. I'm not
right.
Like, she's like, of course.
She's much more dry and I don't know the word, but she's kind of sarcastic. She's way more sarcastic than anybody
and she
else.
Just doesn't seem like a damsel in distress,
right?
You know, like the other two. So like, yeah, not to shit on Gwen. I love Gwen. She's great. Emma Stone is fantastic, but she seems more like independent than the other ones, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of the same. It's kind of in the same boat because, you know,
she's going to fucking England, dude, to go to college.
Who?
Emma Stone.
Yeah, but like, no, but at the end of the movie, she's like, fuck you, I'm helping you out. The same sort of way that MJ does in this movie, where she brings the mace and she's like, I thought you needed backup or something like that. And I was like, that's kind of a fun line. Yeah. But yeah.
yeah. I like Happy. I think Happy is better in this movie than the last one.
Much better in this movie than the last one. He's got much more character, and he's not an asshole. He's more of like a father figure, which is good.
Yeah, yeah, he should have gotten fired for the last movie.
Yeah, but you know, Tony Stark likes who he likes.
One more thing, and then we can talk about fun facts or whatever. I love the intro. What it's like the horrible like Getty's images, and it's like, and I will always love you
with the bird, the shitty doves, and the
slideshow of like all the dead Avengers. Yeah, it's such a good way, and then like everyone blipping back in when it's like they're.
So good.
I was not prepared for that shit when I saw this movie the first time. I'm like, oh my god, I did not think they would address that shit like this.
This is so shittily. Yeah, because like the last thing we saw was Endgame, and it was like, holy fuck, this is sad. And then the next movie to come out is like, and it's just the worst production.
It almost felt like the MCU was like, we don't really know how to address this, so here you go.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we got a little scene of it in WandaVision, but
I mean, we kind of got it. We kind of got the same sort of thing in Hawkeye too, with the Captain Rogers play. You know, it was kind of the same sort of like, this may not be the best thing, but I guess it makes sense. You know, I guess this world would put on a play about the Avengers. I guess high school students would make shitty, poorly timed memorial videos.
The Rogers the musical poster in the trailer for No Way Home.
Spider-Man? Yeah. No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Because in earlier trailers it was not there, but now in the newer trailers it's in there now.
Makes sense.
Which also means that this movie takes place around the same time as Hawkeye. They're both during winter, because there's that in the trailer you see Doctor Strange wearing his coat and shit.
Well, that's I don't know if that's just inside.
Yeah, who knows?
Because this is weird magical shit.
Yeah. Anyway,
let's get into fun facts. Film takes place 8 months after the events of Avengers Endgame.
The cast couldn't read half the script due to Avengers Endgame spoilers.
That's
gotta be rough. That's gotta be rough, dude.
According to
set, like, here's your script. Oh fuck.
Well, I mean, that would be kind of interesting because you're also like reading it. You're reacting to it as if you were just finding out. I think it'd be it makes it a little bit more real. According to storyboard artist Jeffrey Henderson, Mysterio was supposed to be one of the villains in Sam Raimi's canceled Spider-Man 4. He was to be played by cult icon Bruce Campbell, a childhood friend and longtime collaborator of Raimi's, who had made cameos in 3 Spider-Man films. Isn't that Bruce Campbell? Isn't that the guy who's like the French guy at the beginning, and he's like the announcer for the wrestling in the first one? Wow, that would have been funny as fuck. That would have been so good.
Wait, he was supposed to be in the movie?
He was supposed to be Mysterio in Spider-Man 4.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
I think we talked about that during the Raimi ones, but yeah.
I didn't realize he was supposed to play a villain. That's hilarious.
That was the plan all along, and that's why he was like all these different people.
All of these different people. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. That would have been fucking awesome.
There were plans to include another Donald Glover cameo at one point.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
When Peter meets Beck, Beck explains that Peter is in Earth 616, but that Beck is from Earth 833. Comic book readers may recognize Earth 616 as the traditional designation for the main Marvel universe. Earth 833 refers to the universe in which Spider UK serves as a member of Captain Britain Corps. That's kind of cool. Got another one?
Yeah, Mysterio encountered Peter Parker much earlier than some viewers might think. While Mysterio is one of the first characters we meet in Spider-Man Far From Home, his introduction to Peter Parker doesn't happen until damn near halfway point, damn near the halfway point of the superhero blockbuster, or at least that's what some viewers might think. As some eagle-eyed moviegoers might have noticed, the character's first interaction with Peter Parker happened several scenes earlier, as Quentin Beck is seen spying on Parker in the background of one shot. If you're not looking out for it,
it's in the airport scene, right?
Yeah. He's spying on him.
I can't imagine he's spying on him. Like, I feel like he was just placed there. It didn't look like he was actually. Maybe they were on the same plane or something. It's the kind of vibe that I got from that.
I feel like he knew he had the glasses. Somehow, I don't know.
I didn't get that.
Did you know Jake Gyllenhaal was almost Spider-Man at one point?
I did know that.
So him being in this was like a full circle sort of deal.
Mm-hmm. Which is cool. He did fucking fantastic, and I hope he's not actually dead. But who knows?
What if the whole movie turns out to be like a
Vision?
Like Mysterio fucking with him the whole time?
I don't think that would have worked.
Or like, what if Doctor Strange is actually Mysterio and he's like fucking with him?
Oh, that I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I like.
Might be neat. I don't know.
It might be. Edith is voiced by Michelle King, the first assistant editor on both Far From Home and Spider-Man: Homecoming. Didn't you tell me that
Karen.
this is? Oh, Karen. Karen is the wife of Vision.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Paul Bettany.
Bettany.
She is actually an actor as well. This lady, not an actor. They just liked her voice.
Huh.
Yeah.
First assistant editor. Yeah. Okay.
One simple scene between Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Holland took 40 takes. While Tom Holland and particularly Jake Gyllenhaal are well-seasoned actors with a good deal of professional acting experience, the scene where their characters Peter Parker and Quentin Beck shake hands and formally introduce themselves proved to be unexpectedly troublesome. Well, it's a fairly simple scene in its execution. The actors had a difficult time keeping the giggles away to the point where it took them 40 takes to get the scene right. I saw him talking about that.
Have you seen the TikToks and stuff where they're literally just doing the scene over and over again, and that'll just be like, he's just looking at me, and that starts like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then they'll like move the camera to the back of Peter so that Peter Tom Holland can laugh, but then Jake Gyllenhaal starts cracking up, and it's like, you can't win. You just can't win.
They seem like they were actually good friends because I saw them like in interviews together. They seemed like they were,
Oh, man. The Netherlands tulip field scene was filmed in a grass field in the UK. It required around 2 million digital tulips. No tulips were harmed in the making of this movie.
Thank God.
Peter's passport lists August 10th as his birthday. Spider-Man's first appearance in the Amazing Fantasy 15, released August 10th, 1962. Tom Holland wanted Jason Momoa as Kraven in The Hunter. Or Kraven the Hunter in the movie.
Good. Damn,
you think so? I don't know, dude. I do not like Jason Momoa.
Look up Kraven the Hunter, though, man. Come on.
I know who Kraven the Hunter is. It would make sense, but who knows? Mysterio's fishbowl helmet is inspired by illustrations from classic Spider-Man comic books. When creating the look of his suit, the costume designers looked to Iron Man, Vision, Doctor Strange, and Thor. That doesn't really tell anything.
Apparently, Aaron Taylor Johnson is going to play Kraven. How does that work? Because he was already fucking Quicksilver.
In what?
In Age of Ultron.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought you said Silver Surfer. Quicksilver. Weird. That's not confirmed. There's no way that's confirmed.
I think it is. Everyone's like,
maybe they'll make him look different, and he won't have the accent for one. So Um,
all right, let's rate these. Let's rate these bad boys.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot. I gotta share my screen. Sharing it. Go live. Here we go. Then I got to. You want me to name the shit? You want to do it? You got it.
I got it. I got this
you
one
got
at
it.
least. At number 1, we've got Spider-Man 2. At number 2 is The Amazing Spider-Man. At number 3 is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. At number 4 is Spider-Man Homecoming. At number 5 is Spider-Man. And at number 6 is Spider-Man 3. What do you think, Nick? What do you think?
Dude, it's a toss-up for me. I think I know where I want it.
I think I do too. What do you think?
This is a rough one. This is rough. This is right here, I think.
Wow. No fucking way, eh?
Yeah.
I was going to say right below Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Really?
Just right above Homecoming.
I don't know, man. Like, this has the villains. It's got the characters. It may not feel crazy Spider-Man, but it still feels Spider-Man enough. Man, I just like the characters. No. I want to know why. Why is it under Amazing Spider-Man 2 for you?
I just, I guess maybe, I think maybe it's a better movie, technically speaking, than those. But when I think of Spider-Man, I just think the Amazing Spider-Mans did Spider-Man better, And I don't know.
That's true, but
and I also feel like
Mysterio is incredible.
There are parts of Homecoming that I like far more than this movie. I feel like this movie just barely edges out Homecoming just because it's more funny.
Yeah.
And Jake Gyllenhaal's great, but I also think Michael Keaton's great. So, like, I don't know. But I'll meet you in the middle.
I'll meet you in the middle. I'll meet you in the middle. That seems fair, right here.
Yeah. It does feel like almost sacrilegious to have the Amazing Spider-Man that high, but
I mean, it's really good.
It is.
It's really good.
I still almost feel like we should flip-flop the Amazing Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but
that's what I was saying at first.
I know,
because I like the second one more.
I think I've had a heel turn on that movie because I think about it more and more every day.
Because the villains suck, but it's the best. I think it's the best Spider-Man movie.
I think so too. Besides Spider-Man 2.
I don't know. Spider-Man 2 was great. It's like a really good Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie, but I think The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is just like that's Spider-Man right there. Like the villains are, but that's. I don't know, man. What do you want to do? This is it. This is the last one. This is the last one.
Let's put it at 2. Fuck it.
Let's put it at 2?
Yeah, fuck it. Put it there.
Okay.
I ain't mad about it.
This is where it'll go.
Because here's
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
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 This is a new keyboard, man. Spider-Man.
Because here's the thing about all these movies is I like them all. I like all these movies.
I like most of these movies.
Spider-Man 3 is like, I will go back. I will watch it anytime. It's fun. It's a stupid Spider-Man movie, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man. Yeah. I would watch them all.
I gotta think. If I were to, you know what? I'm not happy with this. I'm actually not happy with this. And I disagree. I'm gonna put it here.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it there because the reason why you cannot watch this movie if you have not seen any other movie. That's the reason.
I like it.
Because it has so many tie-ins to something that's not Spider-Man. I would actually
In 100 years, in 100 years, someone's gonna watch this Spider-Man movie and be like, "What the fuck is happening?
What the fuck? I don't understand." Yeah, some fucking after the human race is gone,
I'm happy
and aliens take over the world.
I think 3's a solid spot.
This is rough, man. Sapperman.
Spatterman. Spatterman.
I gotta look at the keyboard. Spider-Man. Far from home. There we go. Yeah. Fuck, man. Like, I'm trying to look at this in a way. Just look over it and go, this is the movie that I would most want to watch. Like, if you're like, hey, let's watch Spider-Man, this is the movie that I'd want to watch, right? Spider-Man 2. And I agree with that.
I think so, yeah.
The next one down, I would say Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I think I would too.
And then the next one after that is Far From Home. And then Amazing Spider-Man 1.
I think we should, let's not make a habit of this, but I really feel like we should switch those around.
I'm all for it, my guy. I'm all for it. This is 12. This is 14. Because that's how I'm looking at it. Is like, if somebody
I'm
went
happy with it.
Let's watch the Spider-Mans, the most fun Spider-Mans in what order, it would be this order. 100%. I'm like, this is just like, yeah, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. No question.
All right, let's do the MCU list now. This should be an easier.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Don't look. Nobody look.
We see everything. We see it all.
All right. I forgot that we had this. I forgot this was an MCU movie, but it's so fucking obvious. Lonercast MCU rankings goes number 1 Loki, number 2 Iron Man, number 3 Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. 4 Guardians of the Galaxy after that. WandaVision, Eternals, Captain America Civil War. At number 8, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, followed by Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 10, Captain America the First Avenger. Number 11, Ant-Man. Number 12, The Avengers. 13, Black Widow. 14, Falcon and Winter Soldiers. Iron Man 3, Avengers Age of Ultron. 17, Iron Man 2. 18, Incredible Hulk. 19, Thor, The Dark World. And 20, Thor, the worst of the worst. I forgot all about this. It's obviously going to be above Spider-Man Homecoming.
I think it goes right above Homecoming, honestly. I think it just sits right there.
I think you're right. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yep. We don't even have to spend a whole lot of time with it. I agree with you.
Because I feel like if I'm being honest, Far From Home and Homecoming are almost equally as good as each other, but I
like Far From Home more. Like
I like it more. I like it more too, but I don't think it's like much better.
Right? No, I feel like something could sit in between here.
Yeah, at some point maybe.
But I don't. For now,
maybe Doctor Strange.
I think. I don't know. I've seen that movie twice, and that's been a minute. So.
Don't you say it Ragnarok? I will slap your cheeks.
Ragnarok's going all the way down here with the Thor group. It'll be number 21.
Dude, Ragnarok is a number 1 movie. Baby. It's a number 1 movie, baby.
Oh, that's one I've seen once, and it was like 3 years ago.
Something's got to knock Loki off, dude. Something's got to take it down.
That's so good. Loki's so good.
Oh, before we end the stream,
I
wanna talk to you about this. My guy.
Am I closing this out now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Goodbye. Did you see the quote unquote leaks of the Fantastic Four?
Oh, yeah. How do
you feel about it?
I like most of them. The Invisible Lady,
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell.
Sarah Martin.
Yeah.
I think she's funny.
I don't know who the Flaming Torch is.
I don't know who that is either.
And who was? Oh, it was that stoner guy for
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. That's okay.
It's clobbering time.
I don't know about that, man. I feel like these leaks aren't true. You know, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
The weirdest one is Glenn Howerton.
I like that. I like that. I feel like he could do that, honestly.
I think it's good too, but do you actually think Disney would be like... do you think that's something he'd want to do? You know? Like, I don't know. He's never struck in me as like, oh, that's an MCU guy. It's like, no, dude, that's that's Dennis. You know?
Well, he did play a really shitty teacher.
Oh, yeah. AP Bio.
AP Bio. Yeah. I always thought of Dennis. I forget his name.
Glenn Howerton.
I always saw him more of a Doomish, like more so than
just because he's evil.
Yeah, exactly. The implication. It's the implication. But
I don't think you can have a white guy play Doom.
What? You don't think a white guy could play Doom?
No.
I guess not. Not in this day and age. Because he fucking owns an entire country, and that would be kind of weird. And his country is
who should fucking play Doom? Giancarlo Esposito. That's who.
Ooh.
Should be Giancarlo.
Ooh. I fucking love that.
He might be a little...
That would be so good. That would be so good.
Yeah, it should be.
That's my number one pick. You know, since Willem Dafoe is fucking Green Goblin still, apparently.
Well, and everyone has been talking about, you know, what's his butt? John Krasinski and his wife. What's her name? Jungle Cruise.
Oh yeah. That would be cool. I could see that.
What's her name though?
Emily Blunt.
That's it. Yeah. Everyone's been saying Emily Blunt, John Krasinski, and
I do not like John Krasinski.
Me either. It seems a little too like on the nose. You know what I mean? Like it's a little It's a little like too on the nose. I will say like Seth Rogen for an MCU thing, you know, I could see it because, you know, MCU is like always funny. That's so like,
but I feel like he would, because Thing never wants to be the Thing, but I feel like Seth Rogen as the Thing, he'd be like, all right, this is cool, man. You know, I'm digging this. I'm okay with it. You know, his character just doesn't seem like he would be like, the Thing is always looking for something to change him back into.
Yeah, but maybe we'll see Seth Rogen, you know, stretch it out a little bit, you know, stretch his chops a little bit.
And then his laugh would be hard. It'd be so hard to listen to. Like, it would be so hard to listen to. I would never want him to laugh ever.
He was good as Pumbaa. Like, that was a good choice, but
oh my god, I keep using the wrong fucking.
You know, I do think it's interesting. They all have. I don't know who Chase Stokes is. Apparently, that's Johnny Storm. I don't know who that is. But they all have connections to Disney already, though. You know, like Glenn Howerton is on It's Always Sunny, which is an FX show, which is, you know, Fox, which is Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Bell, of course, Frozen. You know.
Oh, okay.
Connections there. Seth Rogen was just Pumbaa. Like. It's a Disney cast, dude. You got the Disney crew already there, you know? They've got the connections already.
You know, have you seen You? The show You?
No.
No?
I know about it, though. My sister watched
The main guy, I think, would do a really good job as Mr. Fantastic.
Is You the one where he, like, murders people?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a stalker, and then he murders people.
And then like the girl he loves turns out to be a murderer too, or whatever.
Mm-hmm, that's the next season.
Spoilers. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I got it. I got the Thing.
Yeah.
Jack Black.
Oh, dude, Jack Black would be fucking
Jack
amazing.
Black is the Thing.
Oh, dude, he should be in the MCU for sure. Yeah, he doesn't have the Disney connections though, you know.
No, but Shia LaBeouf, I'm seeing on this list, would be also pretty good as the Thing.
Shia LaBeouf. No way.
I'm also saying John Cena and Terry Crews
as the Thing.
As the Thing. This is all the Thing. Dave Bautista.
He's already fucking
He's already
Drax.
Drax. Yeah. Jon Stewart? Who? Why?
As the Thing?
As the Thing.
I don't hate it, actually. Because the Thing is kind of funny, but also serious, and I feel like Jon Stewart could pull that off really well.
Oh, I got it. I got the actor. The actor for Mr. Fantastic is Jason Sudeikis.
Jason Sudeikis. I've got it for Johnny Storm, dude.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? Chris Evans.
He's already been it.
Yeah. Just
Johnny Storm.
Back. He's not Captain America anymore, so just bring him back.
Oh, that's true. But he's also really old.
Yeah, just bring him. He's Johnny Storm now. It's a different character.
Didn't I already say oh fuck, what is his name? The kid who did High School Musical. He's not a kid anymore.
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. That should be Johnny Storm.
That is a really good casting. Here's some fan castings. Let's check it out. I don't know who these people are.
Taylor Lautner.
As what?
As the fucking Human Torch.
That's pretty good. Just feel like Taylor Lautner can act, but
no. Aaron Paul would be interesting.
Flame on, bitch.
Yeah, that's the problem with like all of these guys.
I just so like I'm just looking at fan castings now, and Mole Man came up. Do you know Mole Man?
No, I don't know Mole Man.
He's like a Fantastic Four villain. Just look up a picture of Mole Man.
Okay.
Here, I'll pull up.
Mole Man. Oh, Danny DeVito.
Matt Berry.
I don't know who that is.
Look up Matt Berry. You'll know who Matt Berry is when you see him.
Matt Berry.
He's like the British guy from What We Do in the Shadows. He's like, I'm Matt Berry. That's really good.
I actually don't know who Matt Berry is.
Oh, dude, watch the IT Crowd. He's fucking amazing in that show. Watch What We Do in the Shadows as well.
All right. Well, we should end this because I got some shit to do.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. I love speculating on this kind of stuff, especially with the Fantastic Four, because people
are just saying like bring back the guy who played the Thing in the Fantastic Four, like the original one.
He did okay.
Yeah. Ooh, Viggo Mortensen as Doctor Doom.
I thought we brought that up already.
That's good. That's a good one.
Viggo Mortensen. Who? Oh, fucking Aragon?
Yeah. That's good, actually. I like that. I know I just said we can't have Doctor Doom.
He's also old, though.
I think Doom is old. You know?
No, not necessarily.
I feel like Doom is old. And Giancarlo is older than this guy.
True. But he doesn't look it.
Yeah, true. They're the same age, actually. 63, both of them.
Oh my god, yeah, they are old.
Okay, well, I'll end that. Right. I recorded all that. Let's go in our Spider-Man review.
What about Mads Mikkelsen?
As what?
Doom?
That's pretty good. Yeah,
I'd
fuck with that.
Because he's got those fucking eyes. You know, he's got that face. He just has that face, and you're like, he's a bad guy.
I would actually fuck with that really heavy if they announced Mads Mikkelsen as Doom. I would actually be down with that. Mm-hmm. And he's worked with Disney before, so checks out.
He does a lot of weird shit.
He does.
Yeah.
He was in Bond. He's my favorite Bond villain.
Really? In the new one?
No. He's in fucking Casino Royale, dog.
What?
Yeah, you said Mads Mikkelsen, right?
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Images.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
guy.
he's got the hair swooped back,
and he bleeds.
He's got the eye, the eye
bleeds
scar
out of his eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had me like.
Yeah, you're right. That is Mads Mikkelsen.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Mads Mikkelsen. I love him in that movie.
Interesting. He's also in another movie. God, I keep fucking using the wrong. He's got a new movie coming out, I think. Fantastic Beasts. He's like the bad guy in the new Fantastic Beast movie.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
Good.
All right. I didn't like the last two. Brandon Routh.
I really liked the first one.
Brandon Routh as Reed Richards. I like that.
Brandon.
He played Superman. He was in like 2006. He was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh.
I liked him as Superman.
I could see it.
Yeah, especially now that he's older, you know?
Yeah.
He's got the gray. Yeah.
Or you have the guy that plays Scarecrow in Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Play one of the two. Either Doom or Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, he's too busy being in every fucking
and everything. Movie. Yeah, and everything as a bad guy.
I think Danny DeVito should just play them all. Okay. Bye, chat.